Guardians, what's going on, guys? Your boy Sly here, and happy Friday to all of you guys out there. You know what today is, right? Yes, of course, but the big news today is Wrath of the Machine Raid will be debuting at 10 a.m. Pacific, which is also 1 p.m. Eastern. Of course, it'll be all over Twitch with the usual big streamers vying for the world first raid completion. My guys over at Planet Destiny will also be raiding and going right in at launch, so go and show them support. It is a great way to see what the raid has to offer and know what to do before you and your clanmates jump in for the first time. Now, as we all know, day one raiding is tough, but not only that, it is one of the best experiences Destiny has to offer. I highly recommend it. I will also be streaming the raid today, but not until later in the evening when my clanmates get off of work. Unfortunately, adulting has to be completed before I can make the jump as well, but we're all going to go in blind and figure out what to do for ourselves. As for my clan, we've done every raid since the Vault of Glass blind. Looking forward to it again, but first, we're going to track down our friendly neighborhood black market arms dealer and see what's good over his way. Alright guys, let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, your tired Sly here. Today is Friday, September 23rd, and this is your weekly Xursday guide. So as you can see, his gang tag is definitely not at the tower. No gardening skills, nada. Iron Temple? Would have been a nice change of pace to actually try and find this dude again, but sadly he's not there either. That leaves one place, and that is the Reef. As usual, upon landing, stick to the right-hand side, and Xur is hanging out in the far back right in the boom boom room, making that bread, yo. Alright, well, let's see what Year 3 Xur has to offer. You guys ready? Alright, let's do this, and... boom, look at that sexiness right there. The sight of new Xur exotics, guys, I mean, it's like sex for my eyes. It is absolutely glorious. Alright, y'all, well, let's take a look at what's here, and then we'll go into more details afterwards. First up, we have the Legacy Engram for all the new players out there. If I were you, don't mess with it. Next, the Titan exotic, the TWILIGHT Garrison. For the Hunter, one of the best gunslinger helmets in the game, the Celestial NIGHTHAWK. And take a look at this next deliciousness. For the Warlock, we finally have our boots, guys, the Transversive Steps. Just awesome. Then for the weapon this week, we have the Monte Carlo. Now, as you can tell, everything here is at 350. Not quite as high as I originally thought they were going to be sold as, which is totally fine. I'm in absolutely no rush to max out anything right now and then have nothing left afterwards. This is definitely a small expansion. Also notice that we have some new inventory available, and those will be your ornaments. As you can see, Xur sells ornaments for silver dust, and they're pretty pricey right now at 25 silver dust a piece. Just like everything else at the beginning of a DLC, 25 is a ton. Give it a few weeks, y'all. I'm sure everyone will be stocked up after that. Alright, so our first ornament is Super Spy, and it is for the Monte Carlo. It's nice how it matched up to its weapon and he's also selling. That is awesome to see. This red and black scheme definitely looks good. Not as sweet as the other one, but I'm still loving it. Next up, we have Bureau of Aeronautics for the Kvostov. Also 25 silver dust. This one definitely looks a little different. I personally wish they had a covert ops ornament for the Kvostov like they do for the Mida. I think it deserves it. Nonetheless, it's nice to see variety. Don't forget, y'all, any ornament that you are not a fan of can be broken down for silver dust, so you can start saving up to buy them from Xur next week. Also, if you bought Radiant Treasures, you have doubles, make sure you get rid of those as well. Alright, well, let's move on to his curios. We have the 2 Sparrow upgrades, the blue Plasma Drive, and then the red Stealth Drive. Then the usual 3-pack of Heavy Synths, the 5-pack 3 of Coins, and then, of course, the underused and quite amazing Glass Needles here at the end. Finally, at the bottom, the worst idea in Destiny. Do not use this. No one actually uses this, right? Right? Okay, good. Well, let's take a deeper dive into these bad boys, and we're going to start off with the Titan exotic, the TWILIGHT Garrison. Exotic perk is called Tactical Air Support. Press crouch crouch for an airborne evade. Nice, new, beautiful Year 3 stats at 57, 56 intellect discipline, and of course, one can jump up a little higher. Second row offers ammo increase, and here we have my favorite type, which is just straight up special ammo, or you can switch up to extra heavy ammo. No choosing which specific gun. This is great for the upcoming raid. Next, we have extra defensive options, and here you can choose between Solar Recovery, increased recovery for 5 seconds after taking Solar Splash damage, or Solar Armor, extra armor when using a Solar subclass. Now the TWILIGHT, it isn't as good as it used to be at launch, but nonetheless, still a great chess piece. The Crucible, jumping puzzle, simple boss evasions, all of that excels with the Twilight. Bringing extra heavy or extra special to the game is also a solid plan. I would definitely get it if you don't already have it. Having this in your inventory is basically reassurance that you can make yourself more agile if need be. Not as good as the new Titan exotic I'm about to review today, but still a great chest piece. However rounded it may look, and it actually kind of looks like an alien life jacket. Next up, we're going to take a look at the exotic gunslinger helmet, the Celestial Nighthawk. Exotic perk is called Big Game. Golden gun fires one shot, delivering 6 times the damage while granting keyhole for overpenetration. Mediocre stats here at 39 intellect, 45 strength, and of course, you know the drill by now. Secondary perks are Ashes to Assets, bonus super energy on grenade kills, and then heavy lifting. Bonus super energy with heavy weapon. Finally, we come to one of the best helmet perks in the game, Infusion. Replenish health each time you pick up an Orb of Light. The Celestial Nighthawk, you guys know this, an absolute beast. Golden Gun is absolutely powerful these days, on top of being fun to use. It used to be so weak, all 3 shots could be used on one Hive Major, and that wouldn't even kill it for sure. Now though, it is one shot for pretty much all Tier 1 Majors. Add 6 times the damage, and this bad boy is simply a boss destroyer. The best usage is for solar burn strikes. Add something like Airborne, and this becomes a one-hit kill even on bosses. Not all, but the damage is still impressive. Aiming down the sights will cause these 2 Hawkeyes to start glowing red. Nothing you can see here, but in a mission, it's definitely a cool feature. If the next raid is going to be all DPS based, it might be worth bringing along. It definitely has its uses, and once you see the damage this thing can put out, it will always be in your inventory. Alright guys, next up, let's get to the star of the show, the sexiest Warlock boots ever. Probably because they're the only ones, the transversive steps. Exotic perk is called Strange Angles. Gain faster movement speed while crouching. Picking up ammo automatically reloads the weapon, matching that ammo's type. Pretty decent year 3 stats with 50, 53, discipline strength, and of course you can boost one up a little higher. Now just like the Garrison, these boots have an awesome set of ammo perks. You can choose between full-on special weapon ammo or straight up heavy ammo. No matter the weapon, you can have extra ammo in it, and I miss perks like these. Finally, our last row has agility-based perks like most boots, and here we have Solar Double Down, increased agility for 5 seconds after a Solar Double Kill. Now, since I actually haven't tried these boots yet, I can't give you guys an honest review about them yet. What I do like about these though, on top of the extra ammo perks, is that they seem to be focused in both areas of gameplay. You have the extra speed while crouched, just in case the meta doesn't go full-blown shotguns these next few days. This will give the shotgunners just, that extra bit of lethality that they desperately need. Anyways, the second part is the reload. Picking up ammo automatically reloads the weapon, matching that ammo's type. Now that is pretty boss. How many times have you died because of reload at a critical moment when the boss had basically no health, or your synths were on cooldown with green packets all over the place? With a steady supply on the ground, this can drastically increase your DPS, something I'm definitely looking forward to, especially rockets, LMGs, snipers, and shotguns. Time will tell how awesome these things really are. Alright Guardians, let's move on to the weapon of the week, and that is the beautiful Monte Carlo. Exotic perk is called Monte Carlo Method. Dealing damage with this weapon reduces melee cooldown and grants a chance to fully charge your melee ability with each kill. For barrel upgrades, we have Close Quarter Ballistics, Reduced Recoil Penalty to Range, Smart Drift Control, Predictable and Controllable Recoil Range Penalty, and then finally the one I recommend, Aggressive Ballistics. Predictable Recoil, Enhanced Impact with shorter range and less stability. Secondary perk is Hip Fire, bonus accuracy while firing from the hip, and for the middle row, we have High Caliber Rounds, Send It, and then Field Scout. Moving on to ornaments, we have one of them being sold today, which is Super Spy, black and red, and the other one is called Royal Flush, and in my opinion, the better one of the two with its black and gold look. The Monte Carlo is an absolutely great weapon. It's decent in PvE, great in PvP, sleek lines, good sound, and elegantly crafted. The ornaments highlight the detail, and I love the variety it can give a weapon. Kind of wish that bayonet was an exotic perk we could use as a melee, but I guess one thing at a time, right? If you don't have the Monte Carlo, that's that's a no-brainer. Definitely grab this beast. Even with the recommended extra impact and less stability, the E-coil is easy to manage because it's a recoil that is consistent, therefore easily countered. It's the ones that drift left, right, and all the way up, like all at the same time, like the Soul Stealer, that are hard to manage. I use this pretty frequently in PvP with great success. Give it a go. I'm sure you guys will notice how good it is as well. Alright guys, that's it. Xur's first week in Rise of Iron is in the books, and selling a new exotic week 1 is a great way to keep the tradition alive. It was probably all the death threats he received last week. Nonetheless, it happened. I'm glad for it. Alright guys, that's all I got for you. I'm out of here. As always, thank you all so much for watching and for supporting the smaller YouTuber. Want to stay up to date on everything Rise of Iron? Follow me on Twitter @SlyNation or subscribe to me here on YouTube. You can also catch my videos on Planet Destiny throughout the week, so keep an eye out to their channel as well. As always guys, honored to be a part of the weekly ritual, Guardians. Have fun this weekend and good luck to everyone out there. Go get some of that loot. Alright guys, keep an eye out for more videos coming out of Sly Nation here very soon. But until then, this is your boy Sly. Done, gone, out.